I'm McKenna.
I'm Ava.
Oh, and I'm Allison.
And this is Make It Matter podcast.
Our podcast that we just started today. All right, so what Ava and I are going to do is we're going to ask Allison, who is our grateful volunteer from another one of my classes, a couple questions about mental health, coping mechanisms, actions you can do to put your well-being in your own hands, and ask her about media revolving around that and research revolving around that.
Yeah. Okay. So, starting off, have you ever consumed media such as TikToks, podcasts, advertisements, anything like that was promoting mindfulness practices?
Yeah. I follow a lot of, creators on TikTok that do, fitness and, wellness that I really like. And, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you have, an example of, one of them?
Yeah, okay. My favorite is, her name's Haley Fernandez. And she started fitness a really long time ago. But she kind of shows her whole journey and, her workout routines, her recipes and stuff. I really like her. She's my favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
So, if, just using her as an example, how should I word this? Does she back up her, her experiences and her recommendations for what you should do with research behind it?
I don't know. She doesn't explicitly state it, so I guess she might. But I think a lot of her proof for what she's talking about is kind of just herself, because especially because it's fitness, you can see her muscles and her growth and her body type.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that's what a lot of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's honestly amazing. That's what gets people to, really follow these influencers from their daily lives.
Yeah.
Which is great. I follow this influencer on Instagram. She's a single mom. She's 32 or 33. She has a 14-year-old son. So she had him when she was 18. Did the whole single mom thing.
Yeah.
Shared trauma with her son. And she posts about him and her life and how they're gaining this bigger and better picture about life and moving up in the system, and that's all great and all, cool. And that's really what influences people to take matters into their own hands and really get inspired by other people's story. But however, on the flip side, it's where's the research? It's we have all this evidence, but where is this coming from? How do we take this and actually promote it, in a more organized system, credible system to the audience, the public audience. Because podcasts, what we're doing right now, people listen to them all the time. And it's mainly for entertainment and inspiration. I do it on my way to school sometimes, and sometimes it makes me laugh, sometimes it makes me cry, sometimes it makes me think. It's just we're using all these tools in our systems that are great for promotion, but at the same time, as college students, we're really focused on learning the academic side of that. So it's how do we, focus on that more without getting spun around in social media's turmoil.
Yes. I feel at least for me, when I watch a TikTok video like that, if I want to see how true it is, I have to do the research on my own. And so a lot of it is going out of my way to make sure what they're saying is true, and then deciding whether or not to follow what I'm watching.
Does going out of your way, will you do that a lot, or does you don't really care?
Okay, so I started working out on my own a couple months ago, and at the beginning of that, I definitely went out of my way a lot to look up what I should be eating, different stuff like that, and what exercises work better. But now that I'm in my own routine, I don't really do it as much. But definitely at first, I had to do it a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think there is something to be said, what you were talking about, your the influencer that you follow. There is something to be said about she's kind of living proof of the things that she's promoting.
Yeah.
I think the danger with that though of social media is that you don't know if it is actually true, because it's they're showing you this one thing And it could very well be true. Like, that's not to discredit, like, anybody's work or whatever it might be. It's just, like, with the internet, like, they always say, like, you don't believe everything you see.
Yeah.
And I think, like, it is important to back up what you are saying on the internet so that, like, people can actually believe what you're saying and, like, they can put these practices into their life, like, confidently and also, like, be doing it in a healthy way. So, yeah.
I agree.
Okay, would you say that, kind of like building off what we were talking about, would you say that, like, if you saw an influencer and what they were talking about, like, exercise or eating well, do you think that you would be more inclined to implement those practices into your life, like, if it was backed up with more research and, like, proof?
Yeah, I definitely would be, because, like, I feel like what you were saying about we can't always believe what we see online is very true. So, like, although something might be inspiring, like, it's not always something I'd follow without, like, proof. So I think if she were to, like, explain where she was getting her information a little bit more, I'd definitely be a bit more inclined to do what she does. So.
Yeah, I think it's, like, it can create healthier practices as well, because if people are more inclined to do something when there's actual proof behind it, and, like, they're actually doing things that are proven to help them, it is a really helpful and influential way to spread that information, because social media is so big right now.
Yeah.
And making that information more accessible, like the research more accessible, because a lot of people don't want to do that on their own.
Yeah.
If there's, like, people that are actually really passionate about this, making that information credible could actually help a lot of people, probably more than is happening right now, because there's a lot of, like, smoke and mirrors with the internet, and I think,
I was gonna say, it's like what we have right now is a very good starting point, but it's definitely, like, not as far as it could be. Like, if we did have research, I think it would be even better.
Yeah, and I definitely think, like, taking it from, like, you know, the influencers, I know from, like, my perspective, I would much rather, like, even though it's not backed up with research, or may not be backed up with research, but I would much rather, like, follow somebody's advice that goes to the gym every day, that I see every day, that I know, like, has, like, their own workout routine. Like, okay, so, like, my boyfriend, like, he goes to the gym every day, like, he has his own ritual, he follows, like, a strict diet that he meal preps, so I think, you know, like, even though I'm not really asking where he got that information from, I find it more credible than what I see on the internet, because, like you said,
it's right in front of you.
It's very, like, smoke and mirrors, and it's, you know, like, Instagram, like, I can't tell you how many times I've deleted Instagram in the past year, dude, because I have just, like, felt so overwhelmed, or, you know, like, had, like, a negativity crash, or like something of the sort.
Yeah.
Because it's all, like, you know, like, I'm not bashing social media, but it's definitely not a source that I like to use all the time, because I get judgmental, I get self-conscious, I get, you know, like, and, you know, this isn't real. Like, this isn't real. Like, that's the point. Like, this is not real. What's real is the sources that we see from day to day, like, in our actual lives, or the research that we read online. Like, there's no filtered source that we can go by on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. People use Facebook anymore. Twitter, whatever. You know, just that. You know, it's like I'm trying to find a word for it, but I'm kind of lost right now. But
I know what you're saying.
I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, because, like, I kind of have a very similar experience. Like, my boyfriend also goes to the gym every day, meal preps, like, whatever. And so, like, if I tell him what I'm doing in the gym, because, like, it's something I found online, and he tells me anything different, I'm very quick to switch what I'm doing to, like, do what he's telling me, just because, like, I see what, like, I know he knows what he's talking about, too. And also, he's, like, an exercise science major, so, like, his whole point in college is to learn about exercising and, like, why different things are good. So, he definitely has the research behind him. So, like, I'm very, I'm very quick to listen to him over like Instagram, TikTok, any of that.
I just thought of, like, another example. So, like, I have a torn rotator cuff from playing 12 years of softball. Like, I traveled everywhere and played very competitive. I was shortstop for 12 years, and now I have a torn rotator cuff. So I don't want to get surgery on it, because when you start cutting on it, it doesn't get better, and I'm only 18, so it's like, you know, do I stick it out? I'm gonna stick it out. So I can't really, like, exercise at the gym. Like, I don't know how. Like, I've gone to the gym with you, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know really how to do that with my injury. And I actually asked him, I was like, Vito, can I please go to the gym with you, and you can, like, show me, like, what to do? And he's like, yeah, of course. And, like, I feel comfortable with that, because, like, that's my form of research, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like, that's completely okay. I think the problem in society is taking what we see on the internet and running with it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
because that's not really the
correct.
research.
Like, these all water diets. Oh, I'm just gonna drink water for a week.
Yeah.
That is not healthy.
Right, or like fasting,
really?
like all the time, like zero carbs. Like carbs are what you get your energy from.
Correct.
Like it's just natural energy.
Exactly.
We need it. So
And it's like, that is not like actual research. Like, yes, we can see the results in somebody, but we don't see like what is actually behind that.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
people in our actual lives, like, that is actually research. Like, research doesn't have to be like you're reading academic articles or whatever. Like,
Correct.
it's actual, like, process, and that's what's making the result.
yeah,
Um,
I feel like it's like going out of your way to make sure what you're doing is accurate and like
Exactly.
what you're believing is true. And
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not like promoting unhealthy habits for a lot of people. That is a danger in social media for sure.
Yes. Yes.
So spreading the awareness of that is also very important. We're just talking about how creators on social media, or just like media in general, can spread like false information and like potentially like negative information, but how, like, in your experience, like, what do you see how that kind of goes the other way around, like how people in the comments are like perpetuating this negative information, like, even if they don't, because like the thing with the internet is that like no one knows anything, like they really don't, because it's like a lot of people can be sort of critical, like we were just being, but like doing it in a super negative way, which can like totally negate somebody's experience. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a double-edged sword a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, what do you think?
Yeah, okay, so like at least using an example from the creator I was talking about, Haley, I've seen like she promotes a lot of balance in her diet and everything, and there was this one video she posted. She went to like In-N-Out and she got a burger with like a lettuce bun instead of a real bun, and all the comments were talking about like, oh, now we shouldn't eat carbs, like she's promoting like this unhealthy diet, she's malnourished, she has an eating disorder, and like I just know like that is not good for her own mental health too. And like she made multiple response videos about like, she's saying like now she feels like she can't post what she's eating online because she's trying to be real and authentic, but like she's just getting confronted with hate, and like she's trying to say she shouldn't feel guilty for trying to make a healthy choice, like even though it's not as common anymore that people try to eat healthy, like she shouldn't be the one getting punished for it, like and debating like, oh, do I need to post myself eating unhealthy food now so people like me more, and like, but that's not what like makes her body feel good. So it's just like a weird gray area, like
yeah, it's all about that balance. I feel like you know, like if you like, it's, you shouldn't be shunned or punished for trying to, you know, promote like what you were saying, like a healthy lifestyle on the internet.
Yeah, and a healthy lifestyle is really all about balance too. I mean, it's sort of a sticky subject, just social media in general, but also what creators like should or should not post. Like, it's so weird that somebody has to think about like, oh, what can I post to make people like me, or whatever it might be. Like, it's kind of a sad reality. So, I mean, ultimately, it's about how can we use social media in a way that helps people instead of hurts them, ultimately. And that's really what this podcast is all about. So, tune in next time, and we will continue the conversation about the healthy ways that social media can be used and the directions that we think should be taken to achieve a better and more healthy use of media in general. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you back soon.